Superman and Lois. So today I'm going to talk about the show. I think it's a fantastic show. Love the acting in it, the drama. I think that at the moment it's in hiatus, right? Why it's about 3 or 4 more weeks till the next episode. They did the first five back to back to back, and then they instead of going every other week, they just kind of did a big break. Uh, and I don't know if that's the time to get production caught up or if they're probably waiting for sweeps week, if that's a thing anymore. I don't know if it's still a thing with Netflix and all the online distribution of shows. But this show, it's a high quality. The actors are good. The cinematography, to me, that's what really gets it. Is you can have a well written story, which it is, and you can have good actors. It reminds me of there was another show that was one of my favorites that also had really good cinematography, and it was Fringe. Fringe had like they would do these overhead shots where they, I don't know how they did it. I didn't look it up, like drone footage or whatever, high angled camera shots, and then they slowly come down to where you see the whole panoramic view. Stargirl does this too, to great effect. And then and then it slowly zooms into the characters. And like even the bit characters, like the background characters, have their own story arc and their own things that are happening that affect the main story. So all of that is, to me, that's what's fascinating. And they have the lore right in the background of all the comics stories to use if they need to, so that the bit characters can be like General Lane. Here is, to me, the General Lane in Smallville was he was there for 3 or 4 episodes, and he could tell he was a background character. He was there to do what he needed to do and for that episode. But this, like, in this one, General Lane has his own story arc. He's got his own motivations. He's got his own. He feels like a more fleshed out character, like as Grandpa Lane, right? And so this show, and again, Stargirl does this too, where the show feels more. It feels almost like, I want to say, like a reality show. How you're watching this family, how it's dealing with these issues and the things that are going on, but then of course there's superpowers involved. So to me, that's the most fascinating thing, is that it's well written enough that it does that. And so, like I said, the other show that DC does this fantastically on is Stargirl, and I kind of wish they would do it on their other shows as well. Like, I love the Flash, but the most recent Flash episodes, you don't see much of the city, or you see jitters, outside of jitters, like with the Tyrannosaurus Rex attack. I guess you get to see the inside of a high school where they were stuck back in time with Cisco, which was an entertaining episode. It was a great episode, but it seemed a little Legends of Tomorrow for me, and not necessarily the Flash. Normally, when the Flash travels through time, he gives this big speech about not affecting the timeline and not making changes and all that stuff. And they didn't really do that as well, but it was still an entertaining episode. I liked it, but like I was saying, you get to feel in Superman and Lois, you get to feel that it's a real world that you're watching and seeing happen, instead of a lot of times. Again, I'll use the Flash as an example. You'll see an episode with 3 or 4 people in it. Like, that's it, the whole episode. Like, you'll see 2 or 3 people arguing, in the command center, and then you'll see them arguing in the hallway, and you'll see them arguing, and I get it. That's the constraints of the episode. But they hardly ever go outside. Or when they are outside, it's at night, so it's muted. So in Superman and Lois, like when they're outside with a fight where he fights the other reborn Kryptonian, the fight's in a cornfield, but you get to see a really large cornfield as the camera zooms over. It seems like miles and miles of cornfield. I don't know if it actually was. So it's done in a fantastic way, so that you get the feeling that they're in the middle of nowhere in Smallville. So anyway, I recommend the show. It's, like I said, should come back in 3 or 4 weeks. So I'm excited. I'm pumped about it. It's a great show. And if you like my channel, please like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you very much.